Premium bonus method. Halsey premium plan. Wages equals time taken times time rate plus 50% of time saved times time rate. Rowan premium plan. Earnings equals time taken times rate per hour and time saved times time allowed. Time taken times rate per hour. Barth system. Earnings equals hourly rate times square root standard hours times hours worked. Advantages and disadvantages of Halsey premium plan. Advantages. Time rate is guaranteed while there is opportunity for increasing earnings by increasing production. The system is equitable in as much as the employer gets a direct return for his efforts in improving production methods and providing better equipment. Disadvantages. Incentive is not so strong as with piece rate system. In fact, the harder the worker works, the lesser he gets per piece. The sharing principle may not be liked by employees. Advantages and disadvantages of Rowan premium plan. Advantages. It is claimed to be a foolproof system in as much as a worker can never double his earnings even if there is bad rate setting. It is admirably suitable for encouraging moderately efficient workers as it provides a better return for moderate efficiency than under the Halsey plan. The sharing principle appeals to the employer as being equitable. Disadvantages. The system is a bit complicated. The incentive is weak at a high production level where the time saved is more than 50% of the time allowed. The sharing principle is not generally welcomed by employees. Group bonus scheme. 1. Priestman's production bonus. 2. Cost efficiency bonus. Nunn-Bush plan. Scanlon plan. Rucker plan. Certain jobs or operations are required to be performed collectively by a number of workers. In this case, amount of bonus is distributed among the individual members of the group on some agreed basis. The following are few schemes of group bonus. 1. Priestman's production bonus. According to this method, when the actual production in units or points exceeds the standard units or points, a bonus is paid to the workers as additional wages equivalent to the percentage of actual output over the standard output. 2. Cost efficiency bonus. Under this scheme, bonus is paid when the actual cost is reduced to below the normal established targets. Targets for each cost elements, material, employee, and overheads, are set. If the measurement of actual performance shows a saving in the cost either in total or for cost element, as the case may be, a fair percentage of the saving is distributed among the staff. 3 popular schemes usually used for calculating the amount to be distributed to workers as bonus are as below. A. Nunn-Bush plan. According to this plan, a norm for direct employee cost is fixed and expressed as a percentage of the sales value. The amount calculated at this percentage is credited to a fund. The actual employee cost is debited to this fund and the balance remaining to the credit of this fund is distributed as bonus to all the workers and employees. B. Scanlon plan. Here also a fund is created for the normal cost of wages and salaries. This fund is debited with the actual employee cost. 2/3 to 3/4 of the credit balance, if any, is distributed as bonus. The balance is kept as reserve for future setbacks. C. Rucker plan. This plan is quite similar to Nunn-Bush plan except that the percentage for crediting the fund is based on the total value added by manufacturer, that is, the total cost less the value of the material, and not on total sales value. Incentives for indirect employees. It is necessary to provide for incentives to indirect workers, due to the following reasons. 1. Lack of incentive leads to dissatisfaction and employee unrest. 2. Indirect workers are as much entitled to bonus as direct workers. 3. Bonus payment to indirect workers creates team spirit. 4. An incentive system for indirect workers assists in maintaining the efficiency of services. 5. The efficiency of direct workers is reduced where their work is dependent upon the service rendered by the indirect workers. Absorption of wages. In common parlance, wages represents monetary payment which an employee receives at regular intervals. It also include non-monetary benefits such as 1. Me 1 Eichel facilities. 2. Educational and training facilities. 3. Recreational and sports facilities. 4. Housing and social welfare, and 5. Cost of subsidized canteen and cooperative societies. Component of wages cost or wages for costing purposes. For costing purpose, in addition to wages, the following payments also included. 1. Contribution towards ESI. 2. Contribution towards provided fund. 3. Payment of bonus. 4. Idle time. Holiday and leave wages. One alternative to account for wages paid on account of paid holiday and leave can be to include them as departmental overheads. Another way could be to inflate the wage rate for costing purposes to include holiday and leave wages. This can be done only in the case of direct workers. Night shift allowance. Since the extra payment for night shift is not for any particular job, therefore such a payment should be treated as part of overheads. Absorption rate per hour rate calculated as below. Rate per hour equals total estimated monetary benefits and cost of non-monetary benefits divided by budgeted direct employee hour normal idle time. Efficiency rating procedures. If the time taken by a worker on a job equals or less than the standard time, then he is rated efficient. In case he takes more time than the standard time, he is rated as inefficient. Efficiency in percent equals time allowed as per standard divided time taken multiply by 100. For efficiency rating of employees, the following procedures may be followed. 1. Determining standard time/performance standards. 2. Measuring actual performance of workers. 3. Computation of efficiency rating. Need for efficiency rating. 1. For making payment to worker is required to ascertain his efficiency level. 2. The efficiency rating also helps the management in preparing employee requirement budget or for preparing manpower requirements. Employee productivity is calculated as below. Standard time for doing actual work divided by actual time taken. Factors for increasing employee productivity. 1. Employing only those workers who possess the right type of skill. 2. Placing a right type of person to a right job. 3. Training young and old workers by providing them the right types of opportunities. 4. Taking appropriate measures to avoid the situation of excess or shortage of employees. 5. Carrying out work study for fixation of wages and for the simplification and standardization of work.